everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with the XRP and the XRP community. Now, as you can see in CoinMarketCap, XRP is still stable, but Bitcoin went over $10,000 and it came back down. But now guys, before we jump into news, I like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor is financial advice, it's just our entertainment value only. XRP growth rate though.
Being an internet system. So we need that internet of value to be developed. And that's what we spend our time working on, is a replacement for Swift and correspondent banking. How do you get all of the payment providers, all of the wallets onto ILP? And then how do you use XRP as on-demand liquidity so that all of these providers don't have to keep balances all over the world because the process is so inefficient. We think that's the winning kind of killer app. And then I think last group talked about a Cambrian explosion. Yeah. Then you get that Cambrian explosion.
Replace Swift, board all payments providers into ILP. Use XRP as on-demand liquidity. Next it comes from XRP Yo-Yo.
Banks that already participate in that research, that have already committed to the project in terms of experimentation, pilots here and there. So harnessing on all those experiments that have taken place and all the research that has already put into this effort, together with the work that has been done here also, we will, I think we're trying to do that by mid-2020. We will identify, number one, the purpose that we have with that. Are we trying to reduce cost? Are we trying to cut out the middleman? Are we trying to have inclusive finance at no cost? I mean, there's a whole range of objectives that can be pursued. So I think we will start by doing that. Then we will identify the technicalities of it all, which is not a given, particularly when you talk about a Euro system. And I think that there is also great interest outside our regional area. I know, for instance, that Canada, the UK, certainly other countries way beyond are also looking very deeply into that to see if it makes sense, what purpose it serves, and how we can best deliver on it. My personal conviction is that given the developments we're seeing, not so much in the Bitcoin segment, but in the stablecoins projects, and we only know of one at the moment, but there are others being explored and underway at the moment, we'd better be ahead of the curve if that happens, because there is clearly a demand out there that we have to respond to. I would like to add a footnote to that. I think the benefit of the paper is that it also draws a line between this sort of glamorous central bank digital currency, much talked about and worth exploring, and the digital payment systems that we have and that exist. You know, we have several items that are completely digitalized, that are not at the front end, and that, you know, the bank's clients do not perceive as being in operation, but where settlement and clearings are actually taking place instantly, thanks to the digital payment system that have been put in place.
We better be ahead of the curve. We use it already. It's mid-2020. XRP the standard. Once again from XRP Yo-Yo, a bullish reminder.
Japanese financial giant SBI has announced a partnership with Ripple aimed at making XRP the king of cryptocurrencies. SBI CEO Yoshi Kitao said he plans to ensure mass adoption of the XRP token, which has been vying for the second position with Ethereum in the past few months. For now, Ripple has again dropped to third place, but Kitao strongly believes it won't be for long. He spoke severely about Bitcoin and highly of XRP. He was quoted saying there is no value for Bitcoin. He added that the current price of Bitcoin makes it increasingly harder to use it in practical ways. This was his segue to saying he believes that XRP will probably become the #1 crypto asset. He added that his firm are aiming to make that happen by promoting efforts to expand the practical use of XRP. He also said SBI would provide investment instruments incorporating virtual currencies into institutional investors. Next month, SBI and Ripple are expected to launch their cryptocurrency exchange VC Trade, which, according to Kitao, would bring about 23 million new users to the world of crypto. SBI is also working with Ripple's global payment system, which is competing intensely with Swift. So for now, the blockchain firm seems well on its way to a potentially bullish end of the year.
It won't be long for XRP will be #1 digital asset. But XRP has tweeted out.
And I think that Bitcoin, when you look at currency like gold and the size of gold, Bitcoin, the cap of that is 2 billion. That's not even a drop in the bucket of a currency market or even what the market cap of gold is. So it's just so young, and there's going to be these growing pains. And I think a lot of the volatility has been confused for some sort of bubble as opposed to a rapid adoption.
And one other thing to add is, again, as the math-based currency movement, as a payment system, you don't really have to even think about these new currencies. So the new currencies, Ripple, Bitcoin, are very interesting, but it's kind of a whole separate thing from the payment movement that this represents. So you can use these systems with dollars, euro, renminbi, whatever you want, Zynga dollars, Amazon coins. They're moving in a direction where they're flexible enough to be able to be used with your preferred currency, which should really increase adoption, right? So a merchant doesn't have to think about the currency risk of Bitcoin or Ripple. They can just simply use them as payment rails in whatever currency they want to accept. That's a really important point, that there are two things going on here, currency and payment system.
Once again, XRP Yo-Yo has tweeted out.
The standard of the Internet of Value. Global liquidity to any market, any country, any place, anywhere. Fully exchangeable to any currency, asset, or commodity. Transactions are settled in 4 seconds. XRP is traded 24/7, 365 days a year, everywhere in the world. Removing friction from global trade, removing barriers, removing borders. XRP transfers value anytime and all the time. From you to any place on earth.
And that is why XRP is amazing. Next week comes from MTV Media. Ripple XRP 1000x from here. He is being very bullish on XRP. Now guys, here's the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Now this is quite interesting. Blueshy tweeted out, you want to see XRP skyrocket? Get ready. So guys, is everyone prepared for XRP to skyrocket? Once again from Blueshy, Phoenix is a simple anagram code for phone 911. You guys can read all of this. The rise of the Phoenix is an emergency call, one call. If we go down here, we could see from Gold XRP, hello 911, something's out of order, and the sign said to call you. Look at this, guys. The Born tweeted out, in the last 24 hours, 1,190,000,000 XRP has transferred wallets. Nothing to see here. What is this again? 11.9, or is it the opposite? Chris tweeted out, the truth show now begins. It's time, guys. It looks like it's finally time. So Mike has tweeted out, a second wave might be coming sooner than later. XRP, sometime before November at least. XLM, once it demolishes the economy, is Trump prepared with a secret weapon solution to fix the system? So guys, right here, get ready for world currency. The final tip for today's video comes from Reborn. XRP is about to shock the world. The time is very near. Your patience will be greatly rewarded. Time to shine. Zero doubt, guys. Once again, zero doubt. I'm guessing everyone is ready to be greatly rewarded. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And hey guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do, and he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free. You stupid Massive chaos. And Donald's going to rip the mother economy apart. And he's going to for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get anything better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appear in reality.